How you guys doing today? This video is going to be talking about the gear wrench because the last video I posted, I had a comment asking about my thoughts on the gear wrench. I do think gear wrench is a good brand, but I do think they have their flaws because this set right here, these two different sets, if you use these are great. You can use them professionally and they're hold up, and this is their cheaper version that's more towards using at home. Okay. This is the one that has the reversible switch. You just reverse it by just turning the switch. The flaw about these though, you see how you don't see no teeth? It's just round. And then on this side, you can see the teeth. That's because there's a stop. They have a lip right here that makes it where the nut doesn't come out. Okay. Now, that's a good idea until you go to use it in a tight spot. And then you find out, well, that's a bad idea because it is an offset. So you can get away with something and have room to move it and not hit your knuckles. But use this Tums bottle as a demonstration. If you take your nuts on this side, you have a little space and then something else in the way. And you go to put this on the nut and it's straight up and down, you're going to hit that what's in your way. So you want to switch it where you have the room to bypass that. Well, you can't do that because that side has the stop, so you can't slide it on the nut. So you can't use these in that type of an area. If it's a real tight area and you got to flip it the other way, you just don't have that option because of that stop that's in this. But past that, I do like these wrenches. I've used them for many years. They've held up just fine. I think I bought these ones in 2013. So they've held up and I've used them and I do like them. That's the only flaw that I found with them, is that I can't reverse it. I wish they did do it more like the Craftsman, because the Craftsman is pretty much identical to the gear wrench. Okay. It has the same offset, the same switch, everything. Okay. The only difference is there's no stop. So you want to get on a bolt, you can get it on it this side, you can get on it on this side, and you can have that room to get your knuckles around and not hit your knuckles. So gear wrench, I love the brand. I haven't had that much problems with it. The ones I have broke, managed to warranty without a problem. So I do like that I can just warranty them and get a new wrench without a problem. Now, I have heard that some people have had problems with them because you got to buy it from the store, and if it don't got that wrench in stock, then they got to send it out, and it might take up to 2 or 3 weeks. Mine normally only took a week if they had to send it out, if they didn't have it in the store. So I haven't had that much of a problem warranting my wrenches. The cheaper brand though, they always have in stock, so when I break it, I can just go get a new one. And this is just the cheap brand that you put it on, you ratchet, you flip it over. It's how you reverse it. Okay. So you just turn it. There's no switch, no nothing. It's more an at-home use than a professional use. And I don't use it professionally. I do use this one for at home because the teeth in it on the gear just ain't as strong. So you put a cheater bar on it, which you shouldn't do anyways, guys. But you put a cheater bar on it to break it loose and it tears out the gears. And really, they're not designed to have a cheater bar on it. You're supposed to use the ones that don't have the gear in it to actually break it loose and then use these is the design. But we all don't do that. Some might, but not all of us. So, my opinion on the gear wrench, it is a good gear wrench and everything, and they do have the style that don't have the stop. I just don't have them. So, but most of them, I've noticed that I do have that stop, because I bought a couple different styles and they do have the stop. But the reason I say that they don't is because not all of them do. Like this cheap one, I know it doesn't. So there's probably another type of wrench out there that gear wrench makes that don't have that stop. But my opinion, there are good wrenches and sockets, because I have a whole gear wrench set of sockets and everything that I do like, I do use, and they are better than a lot of other brands. Like if you're getting into mechanics and you want a cheap set that's not Craftsman because you have something against Craftsman, then gear wrench is just fine. I know plenty of people that use the gear wrench every day that swear by the gear wrench. Okay, that gear wrench is a good brand and everything, but that's only my opinion. So yeah.